Yo! How's it going? Been a while. But yeah. Don't think I had a stream last week. I was in a caravan in Scotland. Probably wouldn't say it was the most restorative and relaxing time, considering all of my children were in the caravan with me. But, you know, it's good to get away sometimes. It's good to get away sometimes, and they had fun. And that's the whole point of it. But anyway, it's back to Doom, damn it. Back to Doom. A marching band in Scotland? Well, I don't know where you got marching band from Caravan, Coop. But, you know what, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide! And I am pleased to report that as of last night, I finally carved up enough time from my schedule to finish freaking Doom the Dark Ages. Finally! Weeks after it is relevant, I have played the thing. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure how I feel. Overall, I feel like Doom the Dark Ages has like every component that should make me happy. But I'm not really dialing in on whether or not it really activated the fun centers of my brain. I think I'm just depressed. Oh well, let's play some classic Doom instead. I'm not kidding. I finished Doom the Dark Ages, and the experience, I would say, was pretty damn good. Quality through and through. But once the credits rolled, I kind of sat there and I went, eh. Oh, that's done. And I'm wondering why I felt that way, because yeah, on a subjective kind of front, objective front even, it did a lot of things, a huge amount of things, very right. Though the dragon sections, just, yeah, not so great. The turret sections, I'm glad there's only, what, 2 of them? But I will die on the hill that the mech punching sections are great. And anyone that says otherwise, well, that's just like your opinion, man. That's just like your opinion. Have I played Doom 1, Slybo? Combines every map from Ultimate Doom into a single map. I have played it. I've not completed it, but I have played it. But this is AMALGOOM. Not to be mispronounced as AMALGOOM. That's a very different thing, and probably an arrestable offense in several countries. But either way, we're going to be playing it. One way or another, damn it! I have been playing a fair bit of this already. So we're gonna go... We're deep in the trenches with this one. Up to like map 17. And I'm just gonna double check what that means vis-a-vis the maps that are smushed together. Because the gimmick of this is, yes, Doom 1, Doom 2 maps smushed together in a blender. I'm not sure if they all follow sequentially, but looking at the ModDB page here, they largely do. Yeah, pretty much. And so far, I'm up to... No, I'm actually up to map 19, which mashes, as you might imagine, map 19 and E2M9. So that's where we're going to be starting from, and who knows where we'll end up. If I can load the damn thing. Which one was my most recent? I've had trouble with my save system lately. I might need some help on that front. So, Enigma Stronghold. But yeah, a fun game to play is, you know, the Leo DiCaprio pointing at the TV screen meme when you spot a bit of level that you recognize. And then when it shifts strangely and uncannily into a different level geometry altogether. It does that a lot, and impressively so. Also, I'll let the music play a bit. Because the music does some weird stuff. Revenge? I'm not sure I can repeat that on daytime YouTube. But yep. Can I name enemies after viewers? Why would I do that? Do you want to be shot in the face? Because that's how you get shot in the face. As a demon in Doom. You know what I really want to get working? Twitchy Doom. For those of you out there that aren't aware, there was like a plugin thing for Twitch and Doom that allowed chat to spawn enemies and have those enemies named after them. I desperately want to get that working properly, but all attempts up until now have kind of failed. But it is definitely something that I would love to do. But yeah, it's called Twitchy Doom for anyone that feels like playing with it. I might look into it a little later on in this week if I've got time. Maybe in advance of Friday. But yeah, there's a rapidly filling plate for me to look at stuff. There's a new mod in the works that looks really, really cool. It's kind of like a cyberpunk cat girl. Is it demon? It's not demon casted. Demon. What are the names of these mods? My brain don't work no more. Demon Steel. Is it a bit of Demon Steel? Demon Steelish, but cyberpunk. AMALGOOM, Luna, thank you so much for spending $20 just to say that. Thank you. And Rupert, thank you so much for the 96 months. Which version of GZ Doom am I on? I don't know. Let's find out together. 4.14.1. I don't know if that's the most recent because I never keep up with the GZ Doom releases, which I should do. Considering it's kind of my friggin' bread and butter, this whole thing. But you know what I typically do? I just wait till things stop working. And then I fix them. It's a system I should probably deal with. Also, I need to save. I need to remember to auto-save. I'm only playing this on Hurt Me Plenty. I know, I'm a fraud. But it is challenging. Hey! I'm in the middle of an explanation here. No cheese. No cheese till I'm done. What was I saying? It's still good on... good. It's still challenging on Hurt Me Plenty. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, damn it. Because Ultraviolence was kicking my ass, and I didn't want... I wasn't in the mood for ass kick. I didn't want the kick me sign strapped to my back, yeah? When am I gonna join the bald crew? When I next go to the hairdressers, I guess. My problem is I spend too long waiting to go to the hairdressers, so most of my hair grows back anyway. And I just start wearing my hat all the time by default, so it's just like, Plus, getting my haircut costs money. Actually, no, it doesn't cost too much money. That $20 I got earlier, that'll cover my haircut. Thank you. Is this hentai Doom? Anything is hentai if you have enough of an imagination, and you know, that's all I'm gonna say to that. The only thing standing between you and the notion of can I get off to this is your own imagination and willpower. You're growing your hair super long like a beautiful Rapunzel, Parallax. I could let my hair grow. I'd just end up with a skullet. And if you want to know what a skullet is, look up a picture of Devin Townsend circa strapping young lad era. In his own words, like an ostrich egg wearing a hula skirt. It's probably not going to be that bad, but if I grew my hair long, I'd end up doing those kind of tactics that guys who don't want to cut their hair and are going bald do, which is, you know, do the ugh. Oh, I felt a bit sick even contemplating the word man bun, or the old Bobby Charlton, the old comb over. Don't do that. Have some self-respect. Just shave it. The Ben Franklin, the Donald Trump. Just shave it. Just go bald, man. That's a lot of cacos. That's a lot of cacos gumming up this doorway. But yeah, those caco designs in Doom Dark Ages were weird, man. Appropriately so. I think they were, yeah, appropriately unsettling. They still looked like the bastard love child of a cacodemon and an octobrain. But eldritch. I think in the codex entries, they kept going on about these, like, huge, even bigger variants of those cacodemons in the cosmic realm, and then you never fucking fight one. What gives? What gives, man? Isn't it supposed to be about fighting the big ridiculous thing because you are the Doomslayer? You are that guy. But instead, I just gave Cthulhu a tummy ache, and apparently that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. This is DLC enemy. You know, I do feel like Dark Ages did not explore the cosmic realm anywhere near enough. I feel like they could have done a lot more with it. It was interesting. It was probably the biggest change of visual pace in the entire game. Because for the most part, it kind of stuck around like Sentinel homeworlds, right? It was like Sentinel, Hell, like one level on Mars, sorry, Hebeth, and then Cosmic Realm, and then you bounce around those four. So I feel like the scope was a little narrow. It felt narrow. Like story-wise as well. Yeah, yeah. If they're going the same way, like as they did with Eternal, and they've got like this whole big extra expansion thing planned, there's a lot of wiggle room. There's a lot of wiggle room. They brought back the Wraiths. That's something that I've always been kind of curious about, because they've left that dangling as a thread for ages, and then they straight up go, oh yeah, Wraith stuff. Here's a Wraith thing. Yeah, we haven't forgotten about the Wraiths. Good. Thank you, Hugo. But yeah, I didn't dislike it. I just feel, what's the phrase? Numb. Numb to it. I'm kind of numb to, like, New Doom right now. Which is a shame. It's not like I'm overexposed to it or anything. It's just, it didn't hit me the way I wanted it to hit me. And the soundtrack, I'm sorry, I've had time to reflect. The soundtrack is, on the whole, kind of mid for Doom the Dark Ages. They did their best, but I'm sorry, you're not Mick, you're not Andrew Hulshult. They should have just brought back Andrew. If they can't get Mick and reconcile with Mick Gordon, they should have just said, you know, Andrew Hulshult, you did a fantastic, stellar job on, whatchamacallit, The Ancient Gods, Part 1 and 2. Good shit. Seriously good shit. Or, they should have completely gone on a different direction. You know, reflecting the medieval kind of, surroundings and what have you. They should have gone, like, full gothic. Get more friggin' choirs in there, you know? Symphonic gothic metal. You can keep your blast beats. You can still keep the blast beats. Please, by all means. You can even get a bit genty after a while. But you know, that volume knob the knobs across the board need to be turned up to at least 12. But we're long past needing 11. We've been operating at 11 for a while. It's time for 12. Don't quote me on this. You heard they tried getting Andrew Hulshult back, but he was busy. Ah, that's a shame. He would have been a killer addition for that game. Because sometimes it just needed the oomph. It needed a good, you know... the juice. It needed the juice. If you like Doom the Dark Ages, toned down a lot of stuff compared to 2016 and Eternal. Grushi, it felt safe. You know what? I've not considered that. I've not considered that as a reason for how I feel. It is quite safe. Because, as I said before, on paper, it plugs in all of these elements that I should be bouncing in my seat for. Like, but yeah, it's like, you got a little bit of thing here, it's alright. You got a little bit of thing over here, it's alright. The core gameplay loop, don't get me wrong, is great. I love the core gameplay loop. I like the parry, I like the block, I like the bishy bashy, smashy gameplay. It works, it feels good, it is satisfying, and I like the way the gameplay is set up. I know a lot of people are a little iffy about the levels, but I don't think they could really... Why? Why did that trigger? I get how people feel about the levels. They'd want them to be a little bit more Doom-ish, you know, more explorable kind of levels. But, yeah, the kind of gameplay that they've got, they needed to blow those levels out into battlefields, just to facilitate the combat. Because I don't think it would work. You know, in spaces like this, sure, you could do incidental combat, you know, you just fodder enemy type stuff, but that's not what that game's about. It's about you breaking through lines, ranks of enemies to get to the big kahuna at the back that you need to beat the crap out of. And that stuff's good. That stuff is honestly really enjoyable stuff. I got a good amount of satisfaction for that. I want more of that. Oh, I wish I had more bosses. Rather than, oh hey, it's this enemy, but now they're heavily armored. I get that as a variant, but I feel like I wanted just some bigger kahunas to fight. You know, it's a more unique kind of boss encounters rather than, here's the guy you fought before. I wanted them to kind of double down a bit on the bullet hell thing. I wanted more, because, to be honest, I've been spoilt and spalt by Toho Doom. That shows how ridiculous you can get with projectiles and still have something readable. And I think they kind of chickened out a little bit with that. And I had turned up the projectile speed in a subsequent playthrough for Dark Ages. I really whacked up the projectile speed, and it's a lot better as a result. It's a custom thing, it's not reflected in standard difficulty selection. But if you want that, yeah, you gotta start whacking up the projectile speed. I even whacked up the game speed. I like it at 120%. That seems like a sweet spot for me in terms of the speed of the game. It doesn't feel slow by default, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite fast enough for me. Why am I getting the rocket out? I'm gonna get myself killed. Keep doing this. Fuck off. Definitely whacked it up and not whacked it off. Those are two very distinct things. I've not had enough alcohol for that to be a mistake I'd easily make at this point in the afternoon. But yeah. Ultimately, I think Doom the Dark Ages is good. Dare I say, very good. But I wanted it to be fantastic. if that makes any sense. And I feel like there are just maybe a few little elements here and there that are just not quite up to my standards. My exacting preferences. Say what you like about Eternal, but I felt things. I felt significant things after finishing a session of Eternal. It's not something that I'll readily go back to play on you know, the drop of a hat. But when I'd finished a level in Eternal on, like, friggin' Nightmare, I was wiping the sweat from my brow. I was audibly exhaling on, "Ooh, boy!" And maybe I just need to play on higher difficulties on an extended duration, because I just started the Nightmare playthrough of Doom the Dark Ages in my spare time. And maybe I just need to stick with that for a bit. See how I feel. This is kind of the reason why I don't feel like I could put out like a standard opinions video about Doom the Dark Ages. I mean, I might do like a compilation of this, because I feel like I've collated my thoughts well enough during the course of this stream here. Which is why I do it. This shit helps me think. But yeah, a more concerted breakdown thing, I'm not sure I could do that without playing it on, like, 3 different difficulties. Play it on Hurt Me Plenty, which is how I did it the first time, because they kept tweaking the difficulty while I was playing it during opening week. And I'm gonna play it on Nightmare. And then, what I'd like to do is I'd like to play it on, like, Pandemonium difficulty, where you have to restart every chapter, provided you've got the life sigils. Otherwise, you just straight up fail the run. With augmented difficulty. Heck, you know what? I might throw in another playthrough where I just whack up all of the sliders and see what happens. Daniel, you love Dark Ages. 3rd playthrough, still not bored. You see, this is the thing. I still want to play it. I still want to play it. I want to keep playing it because it feels good. The core gameplay, the moment to moment, is good shit. It's a very good game. Would recommend. What I wouldn't recommend is streaming it, which is where I fell down. I might delete those streams, you know. The more I think about it, the more I dislike how those turned out, and I think they're a poor representation of not just the game, but my experience playing them. Because I was in a bad mood. I was in a bad mood. The stream kept dropping. The game kept crashing because I was live streaming it. It has, like, problems with OBS. And while I was in the process of doing those streams, they were still tweaking the difficulty of the game, which was like sending me for a loop because I was trying to find some kind of baseline and it just wasn't happening. And then I had to go on holiday for a week. It just wasn't happening, man. It wasn't happening. So, yeah, I might delete those. I don't think they're worth keeping up. I might give it another week. And then I might save them, I might archive them, I might just get rid of them. You hope I enjoyed my holiday? I'll put it this way. The holiday, I don't feel like was for me. It was more for my kids. I went to a holiday park in Scotland. I've never been on a holiday park holiday, at least I think as an adult. This is the first time, I can't even remember the time I went as a kid, but this is the first time, yeah, I've done it as a parent, with my 3 kids, and I think what we kind of decided was that taking freshly 2-year-old twins to a holiday park, toddlers, ain't great. There's not quite enough to keep them occupied, or enough autonomy on their part to keep themselves occupied. Whereas my eldest is 5 now. She had a fantastic time. Absolute whale of a time. So, yeah, maybe I'd do it again when they're older, but this time around it was a bit exhausting. It was tremendously exhausting. Those caravans, the walls between the rooms, it's like friggin' paper. You know, like in some Japanese homes where you got those dividing screens and you can just put your hand through them? They were like those. And I had 2 toddlers that didn't want to go to bed. Because they're already having trouble going to bed. In their regular friggin' beds. And now they're in an unfamiliar environment. So yeah, we basically divvied up the task and basically said, right, you can sleep on mummy or daddy tonight. You know, we said who's gonna go with who tonight. So I had a week's worth of terrible sleep. The walls of the caravan were thin on the outside as well, so every morning at around 5 a.m. I was woken up by a crowd of 150 fucking seagulls. And... oh, it's all coming out, man. It's all coming out. But my kids liked it. When they were doing something that was enjoyable, they really enjoyed themselves, and that's all I can really ask, you know. But I'm hoping I can get the whole setup working where me and my significant other we can go off and do something just for a little while by ourselves. I need to figure out how babysitters work. I mean, I know theoretically how babysitters should work, but picking one and then saying, hey, here's my children is an entirely different kettle of fish. Did I have fun? Sadly, I've been over this. No. I had fun seeing my children have fun. I wanna be diplomatic on that front. It was when it was sunny and when I was out and when I was with my kids and we had things to do and things were going all right. It was good. But yeah, I'm hoping for a different experience the next time I do it. I say the kids were most of my kids were the wrong age for it at that time, and I'm hoping next time we do it, they'll be at a much better age for it. Babysitters usually work by breathing oxygen and consuming food and water. I also hope that they have some kind of self-awareness and autonomy and some kind of mild qualification in childcare. Maybe a certificate that says I'm a good person. And you can leave your very young children with me for at least 3 hours while you go and do something like... I don't know, I don't want anything particularly crazy. I just want to go to the cinema. I want to go to the cinema with the lady that I love and watch a film like we used to back in the day. And not have to worry too much about, you know, everything else around that. Just, there we go. I was kind of hyped to go see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And after people mentioning a few things about it, I'm like, I can maybe wait. A lot of the sentiment is like the first hour or so of the film is like needless recap. And it's already like, what, 3 hours 15 or something like that? You should play Vanilla Doom again, Tash. You got nostalgia for the vanilla aesthetic. You really should. You can still do really good, interesting things with the vanilla map set. I imagine this map set will be good for a few, like, custom gameplay playthroughs as well. Like I say, I'm only playing this on Hermie Plenty, so at some point, if I want to revisit this, I might, you know, spice it up with a gameplay mod on Ultraviolence. Speaking of revisiting, I tweeted this out on my Bluesky, but how many of you are aware that as of this year, it has been 10 years since I started doing Doom Mod Madness? Now, you could say arguably it's a little longer than that because I did some Doom videos before officially starting Doom Mod Madness, but it has been 10 years. And this is all I have to show for it. Nah, it's good. I'm happy I'm even able to mildly make this work in any way, shape, or form. But I was considering going back and maybe revisiting a few of those early mods that I covered. Maybe even the ones before I officially titled it Doom Mod Madness, because there was like the Mario one, I think there was a Metroid one, Donkey Kong, and, well, Sonic Robo Blast. I'm pretty sure I've revisited Sonic Robo Blast 2, specifically, during the lifetime of it. It's still great, by the way. So yeah, I might do that. Golden Souls 1 and 2, revisit those. Actually, yeah, sure, as a stream. But yeah, I'm trying to think up more, like video ideas. I definitely revisit Golden Souls as a stream. In fact, I'd happily do it as a lead up to maybe, whatchamacallit, Golden Souls 3 coming out, because who knows how long that's going to take at this point. These things take as long as they need to take, but it's oh god, it's an arch file. Where's that? Fuck off. Fuck off. Why aren't you dead yet? Thank you. Better not be two of you. What was I saying? I was saying something. It can't have been that important. Piss off. Save. There we go. Oh. What was that mod with all the wacky and powerful guns, Wingers? There's a lot of those. Depends how wacky you mean. There was Too Many Super Shotguns, which is always a favorite. Russian Overkill, always a favorite. Extreme Weapons Pack. They're not powerful, but they are certainly wacky. Righty. Gotta get back over there. These levels are chunguses. What is the plural of chungus? Chungai? Chunguses? Trailblaze is still your favorite, Bona Malkav? It's good. It's very good. This is why you save. Moto Fun is your favorite wacky mod, Misra? Oh yeah, that's a good one. You may already be aware, but that they've had an expansion on that one, which I think I covered not too long ago. I think it was a live stream. It may have been a video. I'm pretty sure it was a live stream. There we go. Snowbright is Chunguses. Chungai. There seems to be a split in opinion here. I'll let it I'll let it sit for a while. Retro, you still have to try Doom Dark Ages, but you're not convinced yet. Oh yeah, sod that forced ray tracing nonsense. Yeah. I mean, I've got a ray tracing capable GPU, but yeah, I still feel like it's one of those. How much of it is to sell the hardware? And I'm gonna say all of it. Because there's ways to do this without the ray tracing, because they did it in, you know, Doom Eternal. Will I say that the game looks great? Yes, it does. but I am a firm believer that a game does not have to push pixels and trace rays to an obscene, dare I say, ostracizing degree to be good. I mean, look, I'm still playing goddamn original recipe Doom. Oh, of course! What's the name of this map again? It's Et2. You know, I got so caught up with my rambling that I completely forgot that we were in a gotcha mashup. Where is the button? I want to make him fight. Is it that one? Did I miss it on the other side? Make them fight. 1 point of health. Maybe not. Let's try that again. Eternal runs amazing with ray tracing on Retro. I've not tried Eternal with ray tracing. To be honest, I've not been back to Eternal for a while. As I say, I like it. It's just I have to be in the right mood for it. Because it's such a demanding, like, attention-wise, focus-wise. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. I see what they've done here. And I like it and hate it at the same time. Come on, shoot some rockets. Not that way. Not that way! Topping, speaking of pixels, did I see that The Witcher 4 is going to be relying on ray tracing and voxels? I did. I watched all of that presentation, actually. It looks phenomenal. I do like how they do LOD with the trees. So you can have the trees as detailed as you like, but they basically resort to voxels for the trees that are far away enough where they're basically going to be a pixel. And it still works with the lighting and the ray tracing. Now, it was a technical demonstration, and as I have learned, those most of the time tend to be absolute fucking bullshit. So we'll see how it actually winds up, because they're claiming that that is operating as standard on a PS5. I doubt it. I doubt it. But yeah, that's how the voxels feed into it. So it's not everything voxels. It's an LOD, which is level of detail thing. Oh wait, do I need to do that again if I want to leave this section? Oh man. I just want to make him fight! Can't do this to me, man. Hey, we got it. We got it. Place your bets. My bet's honestly on the Cybe. Because I know the Cybe's got more health. By default. It's a rigged bet. Laurent, when you see Dark Ages, you still remember Heretic and wonder, why do I still play Heretic? I friggin' love Heretic. I love Heretic. I want a modern Heretic. If you can do Doom 2016, you can do modern Heretic. Get that out of the— oh my god, I just realized what happened! The mastermind won! I'm glad I'm not really a betting man. Because I would have lost. Yeah, give me a new Heretic before a new Quake. I'm sorry, Quake fans, you're gonna have to wait. I'll be honest with my reasoning here. You've already got it good. You've already got it good. You've already got like the trussed up remasters. You got for Quake and Quake 2. You've got all of the modding content that's available for it, the ray tracing, the everything. You could basically— I feel like Quake is basically perfect the way it is. And I'm afraid of what they'd do if they did anything else with it. It's It's fine, you, read the mod title as Anal Doom. I don't know if that says more about you. It says more about you. Thank you for the money. Nugget, you've seen a lot of garbage takes about Siri looking ugly in Witcher 3. That's because these people are all fucking kissless virgins who's never touched a woman in their fucking life. If Siri came up to them in a bar and paid the slightest bit of attention, they would jizz in their fucking pants, man. It's just like these guys. There was an old argument, right, on the boards that I used to like frequent back in the day, and there were these guys that were even mocked on there, and they would go, "Oh, I don't know, you know, she's got a bit of a strange like orientation to her eyes or something like that," and the mocking phrase used to be, "Oh, I don't know, I wouldn't go out with her. Her knees are too sharp. Sharp knees." Like, what the fuck are you people talking about? Like you'd even have a chance. That's the thing that always gets me with those arguments on the internet. Like you would even have a shot, my guy. Before you criticize others, look to oneself and reflect. Is it me that is mid, or is it everyone else? The answer may surprise and shock you. But there is hope! You can work on mid. Sort yourself out. That's all I'm gonna say. Reflect on how much of a bitch you are. Yeah. That too. But I wanted to be more affirming. I wanted to be more, you know... Right. Where does the green key go? Does it go in the square hole? But thankfully, I'm insulated from this kind of bullshit these days because I don't go on Twitter no more. Because it's just like, I don't really care for all that bullshit, so... It's the same with Reddit. I don't really go on Reddit no more. I don't go on Twitter no more. And you know what? My life is so much happier as a result.
But a sixth of the puzzle has been solved.
That's hexing. Now I want more heretic. I go on Doomworld. I don't post. You know what I go on Doomworld for? You know, as I see what you're doing there, as if you know, Doomworld is as bad. You know what I go on Doomworld? I go in the mod releases and the map releases, and that's it. I just as much as I pine for the days of forums, man, I think it's done. I think they're dead and gone. I know. Doomworld is right there. Zed Doom is right there. But I think the current pace of social media Discord these days is too fast for forums or even image boards to keep up with. Shit. Oh, fuck. I've been yapping. I forgot to autosave. Basically, it's up to you guys. You know, when it comes to the stuff that you allow to go into your eye holes and then be absorbed by your brain, that's entirely your choice. You have control here. You gotta stop. You gotta stop letting the algorithms and the diktats of others influence what you see unwillingly on a daily basis. I used to see so much shit that I neither asked for nor wanted when I was on more prolific social media. I cut that out, and I am so much better off as a result. Sure, I might be a little more bored every now and again, but you know what it forces me to do? It forces me to go do different shit. Instead of trying to, you know, look up or refresh the friggin' Reddit page for the 15th umpteenth time that day, you know, I'll go and try and do something actually different. I'm trying not to say touch grass here. I'm saying, like, you know, I might actually go and read a book. Bjorn, you haven't had any social media for at least 10 years. And from that sentence alone, it sounds like you are infinitely better off as a result. Play Doom instead of doom scrolling. Yes! Yes! This guy gets it. This guy gets it. Doom World was always a toxic dumpster fire. It's fine. I'll say it again. You control what you see. Or at least you should be able to. You have the power. You got the touch. I can leave this goddamn level. I'm just lost. There we go. Where did the term doom scrolling come from, Irish? I'm not sure where it originated, but I got a vague understanding of what it means. You just kind of give in to... It's like the call of the void, where you, instead of doing anything meaningful, you just sit there on the couch and you just keep scrolling, and everything you see is just terrible. And you just keep doing it because you don't know how to stop. What it really stands for is social media addiction. But that isn't as catchy as doom scrolling. Does Discord count as social media? Yeah. I'd say it does. Discord's another good example of limiting the amount of, like, shite in your social media damage. I was about to say diet. Limiting the damage to your social media diet. Because with Discord, there is, yeah, sure, an opportunity to go in all sorts of places that have absolute dog shit communities and god-awful toxic setups, but you can just leave. You can leave. You can go out. You can go somewhere else. If you don't like my Discord server, you can leave. I'm fine with that. I'm not really in it to have it be a bustling, you know, place anyway. I just use it as a place to hang every now and again, and if people use it the same way, they want to hang, they want to talk about video games and mods and, you know, post dumb memes every now and again. Yeah, sure. That's good. And every now and again I get good tips on a mod that's coming out, so that's good. Because I do read my Discord recommendations, because I got a little a channel for recommendations, and I do check it every now and again because research is sometimes soul sucking. It's the part of the process when considering making a video where it feels like nothing is happening. You're just having to absorb information, but you've not done anything meaningful yet. So I always hate that part of the process. I like the playing the stuff. I like fucking around and finding out about these mods. And then, you know, making a timely video when I can. Which is very difficult to do these days. Do I still have any cells? I do. Where's my beefer? I'm not used to having so many cells and an active BFG. Speaking of BFG, I found the BFG analog in Doom: The Dark Ages to be mildly hilarious. Firstly, it is by all rights a big fucking crossbow. But it still fulfills that purpose that it became known for with Doom 2016. It's basically a fuck this particular encounter in general, gun. It's like, I cannot. I am running out of energy to deal with this batch of enemies. Get out the BFG, get out the BFC. Pfft. Dead. Done. Is the just effing die already gun, but that acronym isn't as catchy. You call it the KFC. Oh shit, was that a death exit? No! That was apparently, yeah, a mashup of Map 20 and E4M9, so... Was that a Thy Flesh Consumed one? As well as, Gotcha. Pascala, what in Eddie Guerrero's Latino Heat am I playing? Well, if you read the words before Amalgam, I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. Irish, what's the deal with Dark Ages? Do I think I'll go back to streaming it? I'd stream it if the technical issues are ironed out, because that made it miserable for me. The act of streaming it and having so many technical problems and crashes and OBS crashes and hitches because whatever the fuck it is doing just doesn't mesh with streaming software, or at least the streaming software that I use. So until that I can say is comprehensively ironed out, I'm probably going to leave. I'm just going to enjoy it on my own time. If you recall, I had problems with Doom Eternal. I can't remember if I had problems streaming Doom 2016, but I certainly had a shitload of problems getting Doom Eternal to stream. Aussie Driver, you want to go play a mod? You got to join someone's Discord server. Oh, please, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, text on screen. In the wake of the duel between the two gigantic creatures, you dispatch the last few demons and prepare to leave the ravaged cities behind you. The hole in the floor stares at you, red rocky walls blowing a hot breeze with the smell of sulfur and death. There is no gotcha this time. You're bringing the fight down to hell's turf. May the best one win. So we're kind of in the episode 3 ballpark now with Amalgoom. Yeah, the only time I can tolerate a Discord server being necessary for a mod is if it's in work in progress and requires a lot, and I mean a lot of setup. Because, what is it, Temporal Assassin? Hi Magenta, are you still in chat? Temporal Assassin's Discord has a wonderful, like, comprehensive resource for how to get this thing working and what to do if it goes wrong. And I don't think you even need to be on the Discord for that. I'm pretty sure on the actual mod page, yeah, it's still listed there, but like the FAQ, the tech support is tippy top. I see. This is what I mean. The uncanniness of this mod is unbelievable. It's the kind of thing you get someone to play it without any context, and especially if they're familiar with Doom and Doom 2, right? And just watch the cogs start to turn in their brain as they go, wait a minute, I've been here before. Or have I? Ah, the other face. Well, I think the choice has been made for me. Blue. Though, does that change if I go a different direction? There's a lot of, like, really interesting gimmicks in this map set, by the way, that have been in previous levels. For example, if I can find a good wall that does it. I don't think there's any textures in this section. But you know how you get the big marble barren textures and like the archvile ones? There's a level in this where if you're in the direct line of sight of those pictures, you will take damage. The first time it happened, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought it was just like a misaligned hurt floor. But once I figured out what was going on, I was like, oh, it's actually kind of neat. Oh no, where's the... Yeah, get in the teleport. No, get out the teleport. I need your gun. Give me your gun. Get rid of that other specter. Yeah. Oh. And another thing before I get too deep into this. If this stream, out of the blue, suddenly stops, it's 99.9% gonna be a power cut. I should have probably mentioned this a lot earlier, but around 3 a.m. last night on my street, just a few hundred homes, so not just my street, a few hundred homes lost power, and there's like a particular cable that did it. So from like god-awful time this morning, some guys have been digging up my street, trying to find this like particular cable that's causing the problem. Alright, when did I last save? I don't think I actually saved on this level, did I? No, I did. I did. Go me. It's a turn up for the books. I just need to remember what switch. Ah, that's the switch. I like the way the music's been mashed up. It's great, isn't it? It's just such a really good approach. Oh, these specters. Oh, there's 3 of them! That's mean. That is really mean. Not quite enough ammo to deal with them without running out of shotgun shells. And you need to get past them to get to the other shotgunners without the... Ah! Mean! The ground sharks of Britannia getting a taste for copper, you see. Well, recently my street was also dug up for fiber. So they finally laid fiber to the home cable on my street and the immediate area as well. So there's been a lot of digging. There's been a lot of digging, and I imagine some of that digging may have, you know, messed something up. I did waste 2 shotgun shells on 2 imps. Stop making sense, Magenta. You're not allowed. It's clearly not me. It's not me. It's the game. How dare you imply that I am simply a victim of my own poor judgment? How dare you be correct? It is a lot of shotgunners, though. Hurt me plenty, by the way. You know, I might stick to the regular shotgun because it's got a faster fire rate. Eh? It's like I'm in hell or something. You know, one of these days, I'm gonna nail a pitch-perfect cultist scream. I'm gonna cut it out and use it for my follow notification. And that way I can say it's a 100%, you know, original voice clip. I hope this is a short one. I'm hoping this is a short level. They can come through that, can't they? Fuck off. Alright, now it goes high enough. Okay, okay. I bet you're very happy with that setup. There's a ton of health in the main room. Again, I am not a smart man. Retro used to yell Marinax in the shower. While the house was empty, or were you like a housemate at the time, or is this with like family? Was it just one of those like intrusive thought things? See, I'll do that, but when I know the house is empty, or at a time of day where I know like my neighbors probably aren't in. One health. Alright, now's a good time for me to go back to that thing. Now I need the medkits. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that I'm probably gonna be returning to that opening room. Why am I having such trouble with these cubies? If the neighbors hear it better, I should keep them away. I don't want my neighbors to think I'm too weird. They probably already think I'm weird because of the noises I make during the course of a friggin' live stream. Because, like, next door to me, it's like, it's a set of flats. So there's like a lower floor. And then there's an upper floor. So where I am, because I'm in the attic, on their side will probably be the bedrooms. So as long as I'm not yelling weird, like, unhinged stuff too late in the evening, I should be alright. Like, the way I've got it right now, where I'm largely streaming during the afternoon, you know, UK time, that means I can get away with making strange yelping noises and cursing and screaming. and the police will probably be, you know, untroubled by my shenanigans. As well as my, as well as my neighbors! Been a while since we heard a good pterodactyl. Yeah, I'm out of practice, man. I'm out of practice. You know what? I can't complain too much about these maps, because what do I honestly expect? What do I expect? It's the back end of the map set. Of course it's gonna get difficult. So wait a minute. There was another teleport. It was this teleport. Oh, I get you. I think I get you. I vaguely understand. Whew. Alright, gotta good my loins. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm meant to get back up for that blue. If Huh? Sod it. No! Send it. Now I can go this way. Get that. Have a little bit more unfettered fun with the old rocket launcher. There we go. Anyone know of updates on Doom Infinite? Ah, I'd love to hear some updates on Doom Infinite. I heard last, that when the subject came up, is that they're basically rebuilding it from the ground up. Which is why it's been so long, and why it's generally gone as quiet as it has. Ah, is the button. I'm thinking it would have been a weird choice if they didn't have a reset button for that. I keep realizing that I don't have my weapons from earlier. I'm just like, I can just get out the BFG for this section. No! Wrong. This is bad. Do I have to go back again for those medkits? I mean, it's a yeah, it's making a lot more sense now. It's a convenient teleport. Irish is Doom Infinite going to be completely different from the demo. I think the demo is going to be vastly outdated at this point.
Of course!
I think when they're ready, they're probably going to update a demo version of it. But this is just me theorizing. I don't have any insight, any hard insight. Into what the team is doing, if anything. Just a vague idea of how these things typically go. Credit to this map for getting me to use my weapons in ways I don't normally use them. Yeah, sometimes an all weapon reset does you good. Just gonna go back, get more health. Jenna, you have to ask, is Slade any better for normal Doom than it is for SRB2? You say this as the BAME Banana Manager of an obscure SRB2 mod? Huh. Game, not BAME. I see no reason why it wouldn't work depending on what you're doing with Slade. It depends how complicated you're getting. If you're just screwing around with the sprites, then I guess no problems. The best you could do if you're messing around with Slade and Sonic Roboblast 2 is just you know, backups, make backups, backups of everything you do. So you don't have to re-download the entire thing. Oh, this is a delightful room of bull. One health. I was gonna save, but I didn't really have time. Oh, come on, man. One of these buttons. No. No. Where is it? Isra, you ever think about what Doom Guy must have eaten? This comes up shockingly often, believe it or not. I'm gonna say roast pinky. Roast pinky. Tastes like chicken. And considering the mounted pinkies aren't really around by the time, you know, Doom Guy gets to Doom 2016, I reckon he ate enough of those, like, bigger breeds of pinkies that he basically just ate them into extinction. However long he was down there for, you know. Or maybe it's just like some bullshit thing. At least with New Doom. Yeah, ever since he got in that the god machine or whatever that made him like super. You don't really need to eat. He is sustained entirely by bloodlust. But before that, before he got spat out on the same dimensional plane as the Sentinels and what have you, pinkies, yeah. And have you seen the floor around here? It's all meat. You cook that up, you got yourself a stew going. It's all good. It's all good. Alright, I really want this friggin'... There it is! Oh, is it a sequence? No. No, that's dual. You know, for a second I thought that was yeet instead of neat. So yeah, I don't imagine it'd be too hard to keep yourself sustained nutritionally in hell. It just depends on what depths you want to sink to. Hey! I mean, I reckon Hell Knights taste like, yeah, beef. Get yourself some good steaks. Umbow, Skelly Man in the flesh. Get it? Because the skeleton lives... Yeah, I... Got it. Got it. Uh-huh. I'm happy that they have the slightly lighter colored texture to signify which one. I wonder. Ah. God, I'm so smart. It's still going. It's still going. Is this gonna cycle through every wall texture? Ah! Right, so a running gag throughout the course of Amalgam, right, is the usage of this. So, in various places throughout the levels of Amalgam, it won't always be the full wall texture. Sometimes it'll be like a little square of one of these faces, you know, looking out. But they try and jump scare you with this. It's not so much a jump scare; it's more of a taunt. Oh, now here we go. Here's the real bitrate destroyer. Thankfully, not for too long. So, what did that achieve exactly? Other than my teleporter is now faces. There's a lot of trolling. There's a lot of trolling. Royal said something about being in love with those faces. They are great. I'm happy to see them used more. Oh, here we go. I don't think they're ever used anywhere near as much as I'd like, but this is sating me. Fire Blue is the one thing Modern Doom is missing the most. I reckon they're saving that. I reckon that's going to be like a big reveal come the end of like whatever expansion they have for, you know, Doom the Dark Ages, or even further, when it turns out like the true power source is not just Argent energy or Wraith energy. And let me just say, you know, Argent energy is red, right? Or Hell energy is red, and then Wraith energy is blue, and you get them together, what do you get? What do you get? Bitrate reduction, that's right. Special Agent Dale Cooper, am I Dutch? No, I'm not Dutch. Though I now have a profound craving for coffee and pie. You don't get many double R diners around here, which is a shame. Ah! Wait, did I just need to survive? What? Finally, it worked properly! Oh, God. Oh, it is the exit. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Now ask Casino if he's British. So... It's not a big hand. Though I haven't played much of the map yet. Oh wait, there's a... It might be... Oh no, I see it! I know what it's doing. I'm gonna see if I can get further in the level so that the auto map displays it properly. Plot twist, it's a giant foot. I'm sure it's still a hand, but the hand is doing something different. I love these mashups, by the way, like the MIDI mashups. Honestly. I feel like one of my biggest drawbacks whenever I talk about stuff is I forget to mention sound quite a lot. Yeah, minus how beefy a shotgun should sound. Or like a heavy weapon should sound. Of which I have issues about some weapons in Doom the Dark Ages not sounding anywhere near ear-rattly enough for my liking. Thank you very much. But, yeah. Soundtrack. I always forget to talk about soundtrack. It's a bit of a blind spot. Right. I think it's still a hand. Oh. But yeah, I love the way these maps morph and shift from like one part of a level to another. Like I say, a true amalgam, if you will. I wonder how they're gonna do the last level, because there's like the Spider Mastermind in Doom 1 as the icon of sin. So it's got to be both of those in some configuration. I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of hoping I get to it today. That'll be really nice. There was a Bloom mod. Yeah. Mix of Blood and Doom. Fantastic. Did a video on it. Would recommend. Is it bad that whenever I spot someone having a conversation about playing Doom these days, you know, if they've not been playing it for a while and like, oh, I just picked it up, I'm using like a source port, I'm using GZ Doom, I feel like this unbearable urge to go, hey, have you seen the mods? I got a good list of them. I feel like, yeah, some guy in an alley wearing a trench coat overhearing someone else's conversation. Say, come down, come next to the garbage, next to me here. Look, I got clothes on under this trench coat, and I've also got mods. Why do I think Hideous Destructor is underrated or unpopular, Elvas? Because it is difficult to get into. That is why. It is not a mod that you can immediately pick up and understand. You need to do required reading. You need to acclimatize to its pace. You need to follow Sniper down a dark alleyway while he shows you some mods. And yeah, I can entirely understand the reasons why Hideous Destructor is not probably the first choice of a lot of people. You have to work your way up to it. And even then, it's a massive learning curve. It really is. All right. What am I missing? I'm saying it that way so it doesn't trigger the auto voice thing. But yeah, even if you describe it to someone in terms of a more popular game, like I saw it's like it's the Armor of Doom mods. Well, Armor is still niche in its own right. You know, fairly involved, like milsim. Not everyone's into that. But I think what some people need to realize is that the audience for certain things is sometimes small. It's not mainstream. It's like I wish certain games would be bigger than they are, but I can understand why they have a relatively, you know, small audience. It's because they appeal to a smaller audience of particular tastes of you know, familiarity and gameplay styles and what have you. Nazco, a martial art kung fu style. I think I understand what you're saying. You want a martial art kung fu style mod called Rabbit Rabbit. Emoji, 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 emoji. Are you drunk? Can I have some? I mean, we've already got the Daisy Companion mod, where she does some sweet roundhouse kicks. I mean, not roundhouse kicks. She does some pretty powerful goddamn kicks. I'm quite happy with how that companion mod video turned out, by the way. But again, on a similar subject to some things aren't gonna appeal to as big an audience as you might imagine with the Hideous Destructor thing. I'm trying to, you know, make my peace with, you know, I've put a lot of work into a video, or more work than I usually do, and it's not taken off as much as I'd like. I'm like, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. It's just the way it is. It'd be like that sometimes. I am at the mercy of the algorithm. And considering I do not have direct access to whatever black box that it resides within, to tweak whatever parameters that allow more people to see these videos, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. Oh boy. Can I just leave? No! I can't just leave. Have I ever played Death Strider? That is a kind of Hideous Destructor spin-off, am I right? So the logline for that is, what if Hideous Destructor was also a power fantasy? So imagine the same kind of movement speed and general movement style of Hideous Destructor, but you're actually powerful. That's that. So I've heard of it, I've tried to play it, can't for one reason or another. I've tried to load it up with stuff. The process is a little bit more opaque for the likes of me than I'd like to admit. GitHub is involved, or at least GitLab, or whatever the hell people are using these days. And I don't have a lot of patience for that stuff. Death Strider ruins the whole point of Hideous Destructor, Elvas. No, you don't have to play it. It's not like that. It's not like it takes Hideous Destructor away from you. It's the first thought I have when people say that. It's like, no, it doesn't ruin it because Hideous Destructor still exists. It's an alternative spin on the thing. It's just a different thing that you can choose not to play if it's not what you like. Fun. Fun, Sandy. Barrels of Pandemonium. Well, I'm still alive, so that's something. I got a barrel self-kill in Doom the Dark Ages earlier today. And it was like one of those moments where it's like, I should have seen that coming. Because they are red barrels. And I was in the middle of doing like a great kill shot on an enemy. And I hit the shot and instantly the screen went, do you want to use a life sigil? You've just died. I'm like, oh, I did it again, didn't I? I did it again. The meme is real, guys. The meme is real. I don't do it for effect. It just keeps happening. I got a really bad track record with explosive barrels and explosive weapons in video games. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. But you know what? It's fine. I can always, quick save. Always quick save. Barrel self-kill ended one of your Pandemonium runs. Was it a barrel kill that did it to me? No, it was something else. I was on a nightmare run on that one. Because I could just pick up from where I died. But, yeah. I died, like, embarrassingly early. On, like, the first level. On Pandemonium. Or Pandemonia difficulty. And I had a life sigil, which is basically a life. But on that difficulty, it makes you restart the entire chapter. So it's like Iron Man hardcore. But with a slight safety net. Up to a maximum of 3, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. You can have like a maximum of 3 life sigils in Doom Dark Ages. You can't just stock up on them. Which I think is a lesson that they might have learned from Eternal. You know, I'm kind of curious to go back and play, like, Ancient Gods again. Like, for Doom Eternal. But the thing that's stopping me is I know my muscle memory will be shit. So, what I'd have to do to warm myself up is basically play Doom Eternal anyway. Get back into the rhythm of that. Get the muscle memory back. And then play Ancient Gods. And I'm like, do I wanna have to sit down for that length of time? Just to get back to that. I'm not sure I do. Not sure I do. Or I could just play it on easy. That's an option. Hot take, id needs to go and take on the Doom 3 direction again. I guess. Though I can see why they don't. And it's not a slight against Doom 3, by the way. It's for that horrible part of my brain that has developed an understanding for why businesses do what they do. And it's like, Doom 3 has been and will remain divisive. Some people like it, some people love it. But not as many as those that probably give it a miss. Which is a shame, because I think it's good. But it's different. And if you've established, like, a rhythm as being the standard for your game, and then you change that rhythm, it can be very abrasive to the fan base. And considering that this is quote-unquote a franchise now, they don't wanna damage, like, the franchise, yeah? I don't think they want to take risks, especially in the current, climate in the games industry. Risk is unfortunately going to be very, very averse. Which is a damn shame. But you can always just persuade someone to give Doom 3 a chance, you know? I want to play Doom 3 in VR. I've been threatening to do that for ages. I did a little bit a while back. And now that I've got, like, a Quest 3 headset and a reasonable way to connect it to my PC and a decent GPU, that could be a good streaming opportunity at some point. Doom 3R, if you will. I get it. Do you remember that Doom VFR? I've never been quite sure what the F in VFR stands for. I heard it was kind of bad. Shit. That's on me. That's on me. Oh, this level's gonna send me for a friggin' loop. I'm much more familiar with Doom 1 levels than I am Doom 2. Easily. So all of, like, the Doom 1 elements of this, my eyes are very, like, accustomed to it. Let me pick it up! Oh, fuck off. But yeah, the Doom 2 stuff doesn't stick in my mind quite as readily as the Doom 1 levels. So I'm mentioning realism in, what, Doom Dark Ages? Was it really that? Was the VFR in Doom... VFR virtual fucking reality? That is so lame. That is so lame. But yeah, you know what? I'm kind of interested to see what potential modes they might cook up for Dark Ages. I've always pined for a fresh version of arcade mode that Doom 2016 had. I love arcade mode. It's that perfect kind of, you done the main game, now let's do this like kind of score attack thing. Something about it just worked for me, and I'd love to see an iteration on it. Okay. Sod off. Did I finally use cannibalism on the rocket launcher topping? Oh, what, in Doom Dark Ages? You know what? You asking that has brought up something that shocked me about Dark Ages. I only used like 3 weapons on the regular in that game. So the double barrel shotgun, the accumulator, and the is it the ball shot? The cosmic ding dong, you know, the cosmic ball and chain, whatever that's called. Those 3. And I didn't really switch much, especially to the grenade launcher or the rocket launcher. In fact, I really didn't like the rocket launcher in the Dark Ages. I didn't like the rocket launcher. I didn't like the grenade launcher. I thought they sucked. I didn't play with the Skull Crusher, both of them, because I thought they were kind of crappy. there's a whole chunk of weapons in TDA that I just think are kind of rubbish for me to use. And maybe that's a freedom thing. I don't know. Because with Eternal, you were forced to use every weapon for a particular situation. But in TDA, you're not. You're given a lot more leeway in terms of what weapon is gonna, you know, see you through most of the combat. And if you don't feel like switching it up, you don't have to. You can heal with self-damage. I was never in a position to take advantage of that. I already had a setup going with the accumulator. I love the overheat blast on the accumulator. I saw a video where someone was saying once you get the tier 2 weapon, you never really look back to like the tier 1 version. I argue that they didn't spend enough time with the tier 1 accumulator because I thought that was better. Fully upgraded with the overheat and the blast than the double barrel plasma gun. As awesome as it looked, I didn't get as much utility out of it as I did the standard accumulator plasma gun. Which is I find really interesting and strange. Especially as I have been keeping Doom Eternal in the back of my mind. It's like they consciously, yeah, went a very different direction on that. You can kind of pick your favorite gun and play the whole game with it. Yeah, not so much with energy shield guys though, because you kind of need, well, if you want to use them to their advantage, you need to use your plasma gun to blow those shields, and they basically become a walking environmental hazard. Same with the metal shield fellas. Certain weapons are better at overheating them, so you can hit them with your shield and make them explode. It may cause me to return to maybe the tier 1 shotgun. Maybe, it's not the nail gun, but it shoots nails. Perforator, the penetrator, whatever it's called. Didn't use the harpoon, the javelin, whatever it's called. The fact I can't remember the names of them should tell you everything. But I found my favorites, and I stuck with my favorites, and it was the chain shot, it was the double barrel, the super shotgun, and the accumulator. I did quite enjoy using the mace. The drawback, the significant drawback, is it takes forever to build a charge for it, to smack someone over the head with it. But once you do, whoo! So like the middle ground, the sweet spot for me was the flail. I like using the flail. And in terms of the ability on the shield parry, because Dark Souls lives rent-free in the back of my head, I got the one that summons all of those magic swords. And that maxed out. Holy crap, does that body like Pinky Riders? You do like the first parry on that thing, and the flurry of magic projectiles off the back of it is enough to just kill it. Outright. Don't mind if I do. I did find it weird that they had 2 versions of the Skull Crusher, though. I still don't know quite why they did that. I think they did overbloat the weapon roster somewhat in Dark Ages. Maybe they were trying to overcompensate. But yeah, get rid of the grenade launcher. Get rid of the alt Skull Crusher. Those 2 easy chucks in the bin. Don't care for them. Don't think they really add anything. Other than something that you have to use at one point because you've just picked it up. Big nail gun's nuts if you hit the headshots. I say I want to spend more time with Dark Ages. It's the reason why I've started like a nightmare run after completing it on like Hurt Me Plenty. I want to do a nightmare run This is on a fresh save, by the way, so I'm not starting with all my weapons. I'm starting from scratch. And then after that, I want to do a tweaked difficulty bar run where I whack up the projectile speed and, greatly reduce the parry window. Because the parry window is really generous by default. At least for me. And the projectile speed is pretty laid back. Because I'm a bullet hell sicko at heart. So I might do a run of that with those sliders whacked up to max. Game speed, I've already mentioned. I got a sweet spot on the game speed slider. I like it at 120%. It plays real nice at 120%. So we'll see. Like I say, I don't quite know how to feel overall about it. It's got a lot of elements that I should be like hooting and hollering about, but I came away from it feeling more like, it was alright, it was good. But I'm hoping that more time I spend with Dark Ages, the more I'll like it, the more I'll appreciate it. But I think I've got to spend that time. I can't just turn around and say, all right, here's my definitive opinion, because my opinions take a long time to form sometimes. I like the ceiling, that's cool. Eee! Yeah, this is already a vastly superior version of Chasm. You know at least one guy that swears by that steak launcher, Rusk? This is the thing that I'm starting to hear, is like people have their preferences. They find the sweet spot with the weapons that they like, and then they just roll with them, and then they can roll with it throughout the entire game. Daniel, your 3 TDA weapons, SSG, Cycler, Rocket Launcher. Ah, and your favorite shield rune is the Heaven Splitter because you're the god of lightning. This is what's encouraging to me. There's a lot more freedom of playstyle. You got more agency in what you want to mess around with, and I like that. I like that a lot. And it's something that I felt was missing from the Eternal experience. I say Eternal is a lot more prescriptive. I know you can do things a few certain ways, but they're never as easy or as straightforward as the dictated this makes this thing die a lot quicker than everything else route. But again, I feel like I keep having to qualify myself here. It's just like, none of this is to say that I hate Eternal. I don't hate Eternal. I like Eternal. It's just, going back to play it, it's like I have to make appointments. I have to clear my schedule. I have to limber up. I have to get a massage. I have to unlearn my muscle memory from every other shooter that I've been playing. Fuck. We gotta stay away from that pad. Health kits. There we go. Deltarune today. I've never played Undertale. I've never played Deltarune. I'm very happy for all of you that do, and that are looking forward to the Deltarune chapter release today. I'm very aware of it. I can't not see people being excited for it every way I turn. Same for like the Switch 2. There's a lot of people very excited for the Switch 2, which is this week. You know what I'm excited for this week? I'm excited for the IO Interactive Showcase, where they're gonna announce a few more Hitman things. I'm hoping for a new map. They're gonna announce what they're doing with 007, James Bond. I'm very much looking forward to that. They've also got a presentation on Mind's Eye, which I think is gonna be a turkey, because the promo materials for it have been really weird. They've not been able to definitively show anyone what this fucking game is supposed to be. Is it a GTA-like? Is it a linear type thing? And they keep mincing words between one style of game and another. And the only fucking trailers we ever see for it are like these cutscenes, story, acting stuff. No one. We don't want that. We want to know what the game's like. So, also, on top of that, the chief financial officer, as well as another higher up at the studio, have resigned. So that's not good. This isn't IO Interactive, by the way. I think it's under IO as a publishing thing. And this comes as a result of, I think, the director of the game implying that there is a paid campaign to disparage their release. He basically said, yes, I believe there is a paid campaign to discredit our game before it comes out. Can I get paid, please? Because I think it looks unfocused and will probably be nothing in particular. And I'm not getting fucking paid. I'm thinking we got a flopperoo on our hands, and I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. I really don't. I'd rather games come out and be good and successful. That's always the thing. You know, Concord, I would have much rather Concord be a success, but you know, they just did seem to do everything wrong with that game, didn't they? So yeah, the Pinky Buffet is open. I see the Berserk kid down there. Yes, I am slightly tempted to punch every Pinky to death in this place, but this is a lot of Pinkies and there's only so much Pinky fisting a man can do. This is probably a bad choice. This is a bad choice. Meat Popsicle, you keep getting ads for women's hair products. You are male and bald. You know, there's a correlation between really poor ad servings and AI being integrated into everything lately. It might just be a coincidence, but there's been like a net uptick in people saying like the suggested like ads have been like weird and bad and almost completely wrong most of the time. And it seems to correlate with the replacement of, you know, actual code and people who work on stuff with, you know, just vibe coding. Vibe coding. I saw a good point where the conversation about it is, oh, you'll be left behind if you don't take advantage of it, if you're not using, you know, Gen AI and everything. Or LLMs, large language models. And the counter argument is, maybe, but you could also learn these same skills that AI is touted to replace or at least make easier. Because when and if this stuff fails, you'll be able to fall back on the actual skills you possess, and that is invaluable. Knowledge is invaluable when it comes to that kind of scenario. And for people that exclusively use AI, again, I'm cribbing from this thing that I read, eventually, you know, if it continues at that pace, the AI will basically outstrip its need for you to even make the input anyway. So all you're doing by engaging in this stuff is making yourself increasingly more and more irrelevant. And I was like, you know what, that's a real good point. It's a good job I never use any of this to begin with, because why? Yeah, we can punch at least one Pinky. At least one. And I think down one of these is that Soul Sphere. It's not this one. But I'll take it. This soundtrack is just... I'm feeling it. Come on, it's gonna be down one of these. Hey! There's my big blue friend. Did I pick that up? Yes, I did. I hate when that... I hate when that happens. There's like an item by a teleport. And you kind of fudge it. I think someone mentioned earlier that there's a bit of a John Romero influence, like sigil style. Especially with the cracks in the floor as well. I can definitely see that. That definitely harkens back to his remakes. His map remakes that he did before, even before Sigil. As warm-ups to Sigil, I guess. Oh, is this gonna be... No, I thought it was gonna be an infinite staircase. They pulled that trick once. On one of these maps. It was a very good trick. Unless I'm misremembering it. I'm sure it was one of these maps. I'm vaguely worried. Uh-huh. It's not as bad as I... It's not as bad as I thought. I gotta really withhold such statements until after I get past the corridor full of chain gunners. Can you play Doom mods on a Steam Deck? Yes. Though, you might have to go through the desktop. Or at least contrive of a way to load up. Because you can get GZ Doom on it, but you have to go through like the desktop thing, but you can make Steam load it up. On the other hand, you can just get like the Steam versions of Doom 1 and Doom 2, and they come bundled with selected map packs. And extra ones you can download. In terms of gameplay mods, not so much. It depends on what kind of modding or custom content you're thinking of bringing in. There are caveats, is what I'm saying. But there are ways to do it. It is possible. Some slightly trickier than others, some more convenient than others. A nuanced answer? Ugh. God. I must be getting old. Nuance in this day and age? What on next? Ah! that is next, apparently.
Mr. Icarus Cooking Channel when?
Ah. I'm glad you asked that, Melancholy. Thank you for the 75 months, by the way. For my patrons, I uploaded a very special patron exclusive Cooking with Icarus. I opened a tin of all-day English breakfast. Actually, I'd hesitate to call it English breakfast. It was just all-day breakfast. It was missing a lot of components that would make it a true, like, English breakfast. And then my hob broke. Ah, damn, it's a chain gunner. Hey. Ah, this is where the action is. Okay. I was getting a little bit lost until the chain gunner showed me the way. The room over room. Eh. Whoops. Fenriel, if pinkies from TDA are large enough to be ridden on, does that mean that 2016 and Eternal pinkies were bred like pugs to be shorter and squished? I did touch on this earlier. I posited that in order to sustain himself in hell, Doomslayer basically ate the larger variants of such pinkies into extinction, leaving only the smaller breeds and varieties of pinkies small and fast enough to escape his ravenous appetite. I didn't go quite that florid or detailed, but that's the implication. It's funny seeing these imps, though, after playing an extended period of time in Dark Ages with the Stalker imps, because they're more expressly based on these fellas. Only these fellas are a lot easier to kill. What would a pinky taste like? I'm gonna say pork, because I already mentioned that the Hell Knights and the Barons might taste like beef. I did go into that flesh hole a little too readily then. Just gonna save. Remember kids, save before you dive into a flesh hole. Yep. Just playing, you like the idea that demons specifically evolved to survive against Doomguy for longer? Yeah. I mean, considering the alleged amount of time that Doomguy spent terrorizing hell, there's got to be some degree of demon evolution going on. But yeah, I can't help find myself thinking of where else they could go with Dark Ages in that kind of time scale, that kind of period of New Doom. There was mention of the High Council of Hell. I'd be quite interested to see some bickering. I would love to see some demon bickering. It's always fun. You ever play God Hand? The demons bickering on the council table. It's like some of the best stuff. Go play God Hand. And, yeah. I want to see High Council. I want to know what those, higher ranks are doing. I want to hear them shit-talk Prince Azrak. Are there other demon princes? A prince implies a demon king. I know that there's the Dark Lord from Doom Eternal, but, you know, he could be like the supreme, you know, everything. You can still have kings of hell. I'm guessing. Maybe there's like a simultaneously disappointed and enraged dad to Prince Azrak after he found out that he got killed. Spoilers. It's a prequel. I mean, what else is going to happen to him? You get the whole vengeance thing. You need a good vengeance kick. Get all Wrath of Khan on Doom the Dark Ages. That shit would slap. And while you're at it, make the dragon sections play like Ace Combat. I want some dogfights, damn it. I don't want to play, you know, Simon Says, while shooting turrets at a static position. I like the flying around. I just wish it was better. Big Demon Queen Mummy Wen. Well, she's already dead, I'm afraid. Though a Demon King would imply a Demon Queen. So, you know. You're not wrong. Nothing to say there can't be more than one. And I am, obviously, hamstrung by my knowledge, because that's more like Doom 64, right? But that's a different universe at this point. That's a different dimension altogether. Yeah, I remember. Oh, wait, it's the blood one, isn't it? The blood hole. We did talk about Doom the Stone Ages, right? Yeah, how far back do they want to go? But yeah, I wasn't anywhere near as annoyed with Doom the Dark Ages taking story a bit more seriously than other people seem to have been. I'm like, dude, you can just skip the cutscenes if you're not into it, man. You just... There's literally a button press. Why are you whinging? It's not even that much. Have you ever played Metal Gear Solid? Jesus Christ, man, your head would fucking explode. I've ran out of friggin' guns! And bullets! Oh, there's it. There we go. Right, where is... Look at this map, man. Huge. Rude. I got an idea of where I'm going. You know what? Fuck you. So I think the yellow door is around here somewhere. Yep. As evidenced by the demons I haven't killed yet. Miyaza, the story in 2016 was better, motherfuckers, when they replay the 3 unskippable cutscenes. Yeah, I remember getting really friggin' frustrated in Doom 2016, like replaying certain bits and having to sit through, like, the locked-in intro stuff. Doom games have a story. Yep. Oh, have we discovered the guy who instinctively presses the skip cutscene button on New Doom? How does it feel to not have context for anything? I assume you're okay with it. Do you even read the end Doom screens? Or do you just... Is that too much? Is that too much? I bet you don't even read... I can't continue with that joke. I bet you don't even read the readme. Hypocrite, thy name is I. I ain't got enough bullets for this shit. I just... Oh no! Well, I found bullets, but I'm still gonna have to shoot my way out. Good. Good. Lore accurate Doom guy. He's not here to read. Fuck! You reminded me of that meme. I think it's like a skeleton with like an armor shield kind of helmet. Like, I do not know why I am here. All that I know is I must kill. I think it's a skeleton thing. I might be mashing up two separate things. No, 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 no. Shotgun. There we go. That's cruel, putting rocket launcher ammo in this area. Got startled by a former human of all things. See, now the rocket launcher might be handy. Not in those corridors, hell no. Case in point! Why do people like to spam chain gunners? I don't know, man. I'm not a psychiatrist. I feel like there's a deep-seated flaw in a human soul when they design a map spamming shitloads of chain gunners. Maybe they just think they're neat. Oh, hey, ramp's coming up. I might make a map where it's really easy to kill a shitload of chain gunners just to voice my displeasure. What am I missing? Was this open last time? I think it was. I think I missed hitting one of these consoles. Because they are interactable. Sure they are. Ah, even these ones are as well. Not sure why I wanted to have done that, considering all I'm getting is Barons. Hell Knights even. Silence Gaming Corner, how am I? Dead. Not bad, all things considering. This section, man. It's unassuming. But a pain. All the same. I heard something go. All these consoles.
My hog.
No! All these consoles seem to do is just open up monster closets. Maybe I pressed them too many times. Doomgappy, very nice to see me playing this. You're overglowing, over-gooming with joy. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's a damn enjoyable map set. Ah, it does. Wait. I'm sure something was open last time. I'm going insane. Oh. Congrats on the demons for coming out of their closets this pride. Just plain. Yes. You know, what was unintentionally the hardest thing I saw for Pride Month? Someone tried to do like a gotcha image, so it was Pride Month, the word, right? But because they're illiterate, they did it as Pride Month, all one word instead of Pride Month. And then, with those two words squished together, they took the middle of it, the DE from Pride, and then the MON from month, and they went demon. But it got more rainbow as it went down, and then at the bottom there's like a pride flag demon. I'm like, that's awesome! I bet everyone fucking loves that. They're just making it look badass. They're just so fucking bad at memeing. It's unbelievable. And it just, yeah, it's like every time they just self-own. It's so dumb. It's like, yeah, I'd you know what? I'd wear that on a shirt. Wait, Deltarune is coming out. You're like the third person to have mentioned that. You know what? I'm just gonna check something. Those are the only 3 things you've mentioned, and I've already talked about it. Anyway. You know, I can read your chat logs, right? Oh! I got something in my eye. It's like genuinely painful. Ah. I'm not using that as an excuse for being bad at this section of the map, by the way. Mouse looking, dude. Whoa! Wait till you see this map do room above room. 3D floors. Ah! Or at least teleports. I'm too dumb for this section, I think. I mean, let me just... There it is. So I'm hoping that did something. Because there's no feedback on the consoles when you press use. They just do, they do something. They do a thing. Ah, was it that? You have to kind of be close enough to whatever wall or door that they open to notice. I'm guessing the environmental suits are in there for a reason. Hey. I heard something. I'm hoping it's that door. Yeah, there we go. I did it! Oh! Unbow, has anyone ever crammed the Doom 1 episodes into a single level? Unbow, yeah, it's called Doom 1. Someone mentioned that right at the start of the stream. There we go. It's because I avoided these earlier. Now I'm paying for it! So, did I just spend all that time on the BFG secret? Is that not entirely necessary to completion of this level? I thought I was doing some progression-wise. Forgot about the hazmat suit. I'll live. Right. I got sidetracked. I got completely sidetracked. Is this entire section? I know, I walked into that. I literally walked into that. This is the kind of section I like to see how far I can get without firing my gun. Nah, not very far. And I just fired my gun, so whatever. Like my default response to like an overwhelming situation is to kind of vaguely shut down and just do the bare basics that I'm capable of. Which in this case is just like moving forwards. And avoiding everything. Pretend everything else doesn't exist and just keep moving. Advice for life. Mirza, you experienced the exact same thing when playing through Vanilla Chasm. I forgot to go through this entire section. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I picked up that Beaver Sutherland. 9,000. Seven. No. Yes. There we go. I get just, like, real bad keyboard mashing in situations like these. I know what weapon I'd like, but definitely not pressing the button that I want. There we go. There we go. Do I have any left? Yes, I do. I feel like that's another thing about Amalgoom that I've enjoyed. It's not shy about good BFG opportunities. I've noticed that on a fair few of them. It's like, yeah, you got a BFG. That'll probably be a good situation to use it right about now. Go nuts. It's not like it's not hidden away too much. Even though I just had to get this from a secret. Previously. Sorry, I was distracted by something through that gap. Thought I saw writing. It was just a texture. Grizzly, Tribute Quilt is stitching together 1024 by 1024 homages to all Doom 1 levels into one giant map. Tribute Quilt 2 does the same for Doom 2. And there's a TNT version. Ah! Not sure if I was aware of that one. Tribute Quilt. That's a fun name. It looked like it should be a Switch, in my defense. Huge map. Ah, bugger. Save. I just need... You know what I need? I need a spot. Oh, then. Oh, hey. I think someone mentioned that in chat. That's fun. It's one thing to see it written in chat, another thing to see it in motion. I just need to find a little place where I can just stop and just look at it. Look it! I'm having trouble comprehending it. Switch 2 is coming out. Do you think it'll run TDA? No. No. No, I don't. I feel like this is a verified Shazbot situation right here. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it goes back down again. It's timed. And then the... Oh. Come on. Nailed it. Ah! Cheeky save. Oh, I was so close to accidentally knocking a rocket on the corner of that. If it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen there. Okay. It's another Pinky Geddon section. I was thinking there might be another one. Very symmetrical. No! Let me get the cells. Oh, it's such a limited amount of room. Can I just leave? No. That kind of works, though. Yeah, the safe spots are very, very difficult to find. There's just so much open space. Ah, not back here again. That's not what I wanted. Gappy, you're on the bus. Watching the stream. with the speaker on max. Malkav, you wish some dev team could take the Tribes IP from Hi-Rez and make a proper Tribes game. I'm still salty about Tribes Ascend. I love Tribes Ascend. I really got into that. And then they just killed it, you know, kind of unceremoniously. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. If you ignore them, they will go away. Just pretend you didn't see them. The meatballs can't hurt you. Just minding your own business. Oh, that's a lot of them. That is a lot of them. God damn it! Need some health. I don't like where I've got to go to get it, but I need it. Oh, 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 that might do. That might do me. No, it won't. Not if I fuzz things up like that. I wanted to say fudge. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I shouldn't have gone for it! I think I'm just gonna have to suck it up, aren't I? I'm just gonna have to suck it up. Deal with this friggin' bullshit. Oh wait, this is still active now. I guess once you've crossed it once, it's fine. That's so much better! I was worried I was gonna have to do that whole dance all over again. I won't say I don't understand why this is designed this way, because I've designed bits of level myself that are expressly there to cause pain. This is just my reckoning. Time am I on, by the way? Wow. Didn't realize that much time had passed. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. Feels like less than an hour to me. Been a breeze. Yep. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. 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 That's a bingo. Come on. No, no, no. No more QB boys. I'm tired of QB boys. So I'm just trying to take it in. Trying to understand what this section wants from me. Other than my blood, you know. My sweat, my tears. Okay, I can hear those spawns backfilling. Yeah, sections like this always make me do really strange noises. Alright. Don't have the key! Oh! It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I thought it was a the key is this way kind of setup. I forgot I got the what? The what? The who what? The what now? You trying to give me hints? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to prepare for this one. Alright, how do I get that invincibility? You know what? I will use the BFG. That's not the BFG. You just gotta get stuck in. See, you know, when sometimes I look at chat, sometimes I read the worst possible thing, which was press 5 on my keyboard. I'll be interested to see the runtime for this level, because I think out of all of the levels I've played today, this is shaping up to be the biggest. That's a lot of beef. There we go. Here we go. Now I can use the rocket launcher. Do I have an Amazon wish list so you can get replacements for my gross ear pads? These are biodynamic DT770s. These babies are studio grade. The foam cups are... they've seen better days, I'll freely admit. The foam pads are terrible. I need to replace them, but everything else about them is perfect. You get it now? It's Phobos Anomaly plus tricks and traps. What, this one? No, no. This is the Chasm combined with... I can even tell you, actually. If I remember what I'm actually on. Precipice of Torment. It's map 24 and E3 M4. I believe. Not sure I'll get to the end of this today because there's a chunk of maps between this and the. But I will say it's been fun. Thrasher, you've got MMX 300s. You replace the ear pads quite regularly. Yeah, I just need to replace the ear pads. I've not really narrowed down a good seller that does ear pad replacements. That's my only problem right now. These are the foam bits in these are literally like falling off. But that's what you get for like many years of head sweat. It's just the way it is. And being a cheapskate, like I am. Okay, I got the key. I've already handily unlocked this route. I think. Yes. Oh my god, can it be? It is! Sebastian, how am I doing? Am I feeling better? After a few hours of this, I am. And Lion, I also got that reference. I understood that reference, and I feel old. What was the name of this one again? No, this is Precipice of Torment. Huh? I'm confused. I thought that was the last map. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Of course I'd drop down the side where, there's the furthest away from the staircase out of the blood pit. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh, I did it again! It's not every day I fall in the wrong side of the blood pit, but it's surprising that it's happened twice now. Stay still. There we go. No, man, it's been painful when you tried to replace the pads of your D990s. You ended up with pads that were meant for the 770s. They sounded boomy? Did they alter the sound? Interesting. I've heard there's a few, like replacement services, like unofficial ones. I don't know if I might go for those. I've seen some like advertised via Linus. This map's Blood Altar. Oh, okay. I was just confused. Oh, I know why. I didn't scroll down the console. I'd been scrolled up for some reason earlier. My mistake. I will admit, I'm a little afraid about how big this level might be, especially after the last one. Pads can have a major effect on your headphone sound profile. Interesting. I'll be sure to keep that in mind then. I know more of the difference between choosing like closed back and open back, like soundstage wise, but yeah. Didn't consider the foam as much. I might have just found the answer to that very conundrum. The D770s are closed, the D990s are open. Ah! Well, I might be alright then if I'm just getting the like for likes. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why I went for like closed back. I think it's because I didn't want to bug anyone in the house with like any sound leakage. That's the thing with open back headphones. You get better soundstage, from what I can tell, from what I've heard. But yeah, you get a lot more sound leakage. With closed backs, not so much. Unless you crank it, in which case you're probably going to be damaging your hearing. Which I wouldn't recommend. Wouldn't want to damage your hearing. Have I played Fallen Aces, Black Egret? I have. I would like to play more Fallen Aces. In fact, one of the choices I had before I started streaming was, do I want to play Fallen Aces today? So, on that, if people are happy for it to be a thing, I might do that on Friday. Play a bit of Fallen Aces on Friday. Might even play that custom map that does E1, M1 in Fallen Aces. Because it sounds like fun. Do some gooning. I was meant to go this way earlier. I was just tripped up a little bit by, I'm gonna mangle a phrase here. Symmetricity? Is that even a word? Symmetricality? Symmetricality or symmetricity? There's nuts.goon, but that shit'll whack my PC. I don't know, I'm in the mood for that kind of stuff. That sounds like a fun time. It's not bad. There's an archvile in there, it's not bad. They forgot to do the one thing that would keep me in that kind of situation, and that is close off the exit. Them's the faces. But yeah, there's a lot of really fun peekaboo moments in the earlier levels with those. They just make you laugh. I love it. I love it! I heard something this way. Pillars. That could mean one of a number of things. You know what? Let's just do it. Cut out the middleman. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I thought it might be. Two of them, Basil. I told you. I saw pillars. 60% of the time, it means archviles every time. Those faces creeped you out when you first played Doom HQ Default. They're so goofy. They're so goofy. I can't help but look at it and just laugh. Come on, Archvile. Come on. Take a dirt nap, please. God. How many BFG balls did that manage to tank? I know if it's not a direct hit, then they've got a much higher likelihood of surviving, but that was a lot! Is this on ModDB or Doomworld? Yes. It's also on ModDB. I'm literally looking at the ModDB page. You can get it on Poob. It's literally on Poob. You have Poob on your phone. It's on Plumbee. Okay. Wait a minute. I feel like it's a bit of a crutch when I've got these line def things on the auto map, but if you're as bad as, you know, secret hunting as I am, yeah, it's a crutch. Necessary crutch. I've ever played Zonotic, Quake 3 arena style shooter. Yes, I have. It's been a while for it. Been around for quite a while, if I'm not mistaken. It's a shame, really, arena shooters these days. Getting a good population, is so difficult. That's the thing that always gets me, because a lot of the time, the more populated times of day for these games are when I am busy, which is a shame. Oleg, you're asking because you made a mod for it? Added Quake 3 announcers. Cool. Cool. As I say, I don't get opportunity to play a lot of it these days. I haven't played much of it in a good long while. Nearest thing I could say I've played recently is Quake Champions. And Gianni kicked my ass. Where am I going? That's what got me. That's what got me. Chase me into the crusher. It's a very safe place, honest. Nabrock, you love that Doom 1 and 2 still hold up. Decades. Good game design is still good game design. It certainly doesn't hurt that it was open sourced. Probably the best thing, was it Carmack? It might have been a team decision thing, but probably one of the best things they could have ever done for like the future preservation and future relevancy of this game was that. because it still gets played. It's still good. New games are coming out using it as a base, as a direct inspiration. If you've not played Sulaco, you really should. If you've not played, hey, considering there's the Quake contingent, the Quake Arena contingent, you should play some Viscera Fest. You'll find some kindred movement mechanics in the course of that. If you like your bunny hopping. Shit! It's a good job I saved just before it. Want to be in a dead end, but it's where I am. I do get a particular thrill weaving through crowds of enemies in maps such as this. Just spotting that little gap that's gonna give you enough breathing room. And then, you know, face tanking a friggin' Baron projectile. And then, you know, self-killing. Splash damage! I'm sure that's in the Art of War. Look out for the splash damage. Watch the back blast. That's another good one. One health and a dream saved. Not in a dead end, I'm in a dead end. Right. Finally got a key. Now I've got to live long enough to use it. Seriously, is that... Oh, really? Oh, that's such an easy thing to overlook. I gotta be honest, I'm gonna end up in the same friggin' position I started with this friggin' secret. Fuck's sake, 2 health. I had to fist fight a crowd of specters for that. Do I want to do it again? Do I want to do it again? Wait, does that not open more than once? Oh no! Oh no! That's gotta be an oversight. That's gotta be an oversight. It's a single-use switch. Just saying. Yeah, single-use switch. Someone said there's health in the arena. This arena? Oh, I just couldn't see it. It was a bit dark. Thank you. Thank you. Just hug the wall, let a rocket go through the tube. What? Why? That doesn't solve my problem. In fact, that creates more problems. Don't get me started on this boiling blood! Can I just leave? I can just leave. It's fine. I'm very pragmatic in that regard, you know, if I can just leave. Amalgooom I can check out anytime I like, but I can never leave. Has anyone done a Hotel California map yet? I know we got my house, but, you know, thinking about it just now, I think it's a killer idea for a Doom map. You have like a MIDI version of Hotel California going on in loop. I'm sure that's got to have been done. It's too good an idea not to have. Oh! As I was saying, closest to a hotel we've got is Monster Condo. Yeah, it's not a patch. It really is hell. It really is. And an arch file? Walrike, thank you so much for the 30 months. Oh, there you go. Someone was asking for a pterodactyl. There you go. You got a pterodactyl. This is the bit that made me do it. I hate it. I hate everything about this. This fucking arena. It's crowded! There's too many meatballs on the dance floor. And I want to cut a rug! This is the unhinged shit that my neighbors hear every now and again. I was mentioning this earlier. This is the kind of bullshit just starts being uttered. Hey! That was Blood Altar. Oh, I'm so friggin' close, man. Oh no! Can I just skip this one? I'll be honest. You're not gonna get much out of it. It's not gonna stream well. It's not gonna stream well. I mean, if I look this direction, it'll be fine. I might stream it. Alright, you asked for it. You asked for it. Say bye-bye to your bitrate. A #1 bitrate murderer-in-chief, Fireblue. Just something about it just perfectly ruins any kind of video streaming encode. It's why you don't get too much stuff with snow in it these days. Have you ever noticed that? And the reason is because it really messes up streaming encoders. Feels bitrate, man. You know, they're spacing it out a bit. It might not be ruining the bitrate as much. I mean, a little bit. A little bit. You thought lack of snow is because of global warming? No, no, no. No, 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 no. This is the oceans rising. This is the other. There we go. This is frantic, man. They managed to make the music as painful as the fire blue is to look at. There's still time to allow me to skip, you know. You have the power to end this, chat. You can end this anytime you like. No skip. No skip. It's like, it's just full of my least favorite things. Fire blue, claustrophobic encounters with cacodems, wide open spaces with hit scan enemies. It's just... chef's kiss. It's an abstract kind of hell. You know what? I think I just did a massive faux pas. I'll wait to see if anyone noticed it. And then I'll ignore it. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it. There's no getting past you guys. First, it's the mouse look. Then it's jumping. You give people an inch, they'll think they're a ruler. You gotta hold people to account. Yeah, I thought I might have gotten away with it. Besides the fact that I mentioned that I just got away with something which may have given the game away. With the angle, because I was kind of looking down as I did it. I was like, that could have been a stealthy one. I'm just gonna see if anyone noticed. Oh, is that the exit as well? Is it right there? Oh. Give me sweet release. Magenta, unlike everyone else, you're not going to lambaste me for not setting jump to disabled. Well, you know what? I rely on the mod author to dictate those terms. I try my best to not use it, but I also try and make sure I check whether a mod explicitly says crouching and jumping are allowed. But for the most part, if I do it, it's usually by accident. But with how many other games, you know, shock horror, allow you to jump. Eesh, this map. Man, you don't need to talk to me about fucking secret exits, because I haven't even got a key card yet. I haven't even got a skull key. Where they be, I know not. It's just pain, man. It's just pain. It's distilled pain in map form. Razathay, you see what I mean about the bitrate and Fireblue? I know, right? I think the first time I really ran into this problem was playing Pro Doomer. God, that's a throwback now, isn't it? I was playing Pro Doomer. Did that Kako just do a get down Mr. President for me? I think it did. I think it just saved me, and then I killed it. I'm a monster. Oh, this map, man. I don't like the original form of this much to begin with, and yeah, I'm hoping I get on the right track soon, because I'm just circling. I'm circling the drain of this map. Round and round and round I go. Where the key is, nobody knows. I think I saw a gap. Hey. That'll do. Now this feels like progress. If there was a way to get up. But there isn't. Well, it was short-lived progress. I feel like I'm sniffing around the edges of what I need to do instead of actually figuring out where I'm supposed to be going. And that's infuriating. What have I missed? I've missed something. Go into the buildings. I've been in that building already. Been through here. Been there, done that. Can't go in that. This is already spoken for. I'll have you know. Nope. Those are like the only two buildings I know to go in. There are more buildings. Oh, there's a jump for one of them. Okay. Oh, I think I get you. Despite having abused the jump button earlier, it didn't occur to me to just get that gap. I kind of removed the possibility from my brain. Kind of screwed myself over. Thank you for the hint. That was a good one. Necessary. I don't know why it didn't occur to me to deal with the platform full of imps. I was just like, no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. You can't make me. I guess this is the inherent tricksiness of more open plan level design. How do you make sure Johnny Dum Dum takes the friggin' hint and goes where he's supposed to go? This map is still hell, by the way. I mean, literally and figuratively. Okay. Now I gotta do it again, because with the health. Ugh. You gonna put fire blue on your tombstone, Dirk? You gonna tank the bitrate of the known universe? It'd be crazy if that kind of thing existed. Livestream my funeral will be half of a bit. Can't see shit, it's all pixels. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Hey, King of the Hill's coming back. And also, while I'm at it, rest in peace, I can't remember the name of the actor, but he played John Redcorn in, King of the Hill. And fucking horrifically, the guy was just straight up murdered. So he'd been dealing with a lot of awful shit already. His house was like literally burned down. And then some hateful, horrible fucking monster of a person dug out the remains of his dead dog. Jonathan Joss, that's his name. Put it on display in front of his house. And so naturally when he turned up to, you know, grieve, he was then also fucking shot. And shot in the process of protecting his husband. I am, every time that this pops up in my mind, because it only happened like this week, I'm like, I've got this visceral ball of anger in my chest. I want to do something about it. I want to find those fucking responsible for that shit. And yeah, even the fucking police downplayed it. It's straight up a fucking hate crime. It was straight up a fucking hate crime. Yeah. Sorry if this is like something that dismays you greatly today, but I feel like more people need to know about this fucking travesty. Especially considering someone I've watched across multiple things. He was in Parks and Rec. I'm pretty sure he was in a fair few other series as well. I say, John Redcorn and OG King of the Hill. But yeah, some people just don't deserve it, do they? Life, I mean. Committing fucking crimes like that. Yeah, there was a day that would be, well, it is straight up murder one. I'm no lawyer. And I don't ever wish to be. But holy fucking shit. That seems a bit, clear fucking cut to me. Anyway. Red. So confusingly, I had the red key card, but the yellow bars went down on that. I still need a yellow key to open the door. Red. I remember where I'm going now. Damn it. At least I would if I didn't start... Ah! Keep falling into the lava. But yeah, by all accounts, was it Jonathan Joss? I really need to get his name right. Lovely fella. No. 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 You can't make me. Can't make me. Can't make me fight those cacos. Am I excited for the Karen Took mod? I feel like I've already seen that mod, but not recently. Like, I've seen mention of it, but I've not seen any updates in quite a while. What's Karen Took doing? Is it doing Doom Eternal stuff? Because I'll have to refresh my memory on that one. It's basically Doom Eternal for Doom 2. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. Get away! Right. I got my keys. What time am I on? Get rid of the chain gunners. Then the pain alley. Wait, I left one alive. Blessed health. Screw you. Oh god, they're everywhere. Oh, I'm turned around now. Can't believe I only had one rocket. Please. Please. Yes! Was there a secret exit on that? I think I saw mention of there being a secret exit, but I'm not sure I was in the mood for it. Oh, here we go. This is Monster Condo. Merged with, what is it merged with? Trying to remember the official name of the other one. Gappy, it's your map? Is it Monster Condom? Your Magnum dog? Danny DeVito is a treasure. The fact that he was up for so much of that shit in Always Sunny is unbelievable to me. Apparently they really, really had to push to find something that Danny DeVito wouldn't be okay with. Oh no, does this have like alternating bookshelves? Because I'm using a rocket launcher in here and I could easily face tank myself. I don't want those books. I'm in the wrong section. Son of a bitch. Even priming a rev rocket just as soon as I got around the corner. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Flubbed it! Can't believe I flubbed that. I could have gone a lot better, but I mean, it could have gone a lot worse as well. Yep, yeah. I'm glad that concession was made. Thank you. I'll take it. It is funny though, going from like Phobos Anomaly when the Barons are introduced, and then you get much further along, and they're just a 10 a dozen, dime a dozen even, depending on what currency you're using. No, I don't want to quit. I want to keep going. I've got at least another half hour in the bag. So what did that open? Is it just this? Trying to remember what else I was playing. Oh, I remember now. I was playing, shit, the names of these things escape me. It's the one where you go through the door and then the level just abruptly stops, and then there's that, but it was a dick. It was the April Fool's one I did recently, but my memory's failing me. Happy, that's the one. Did my opinion of Dark Ages improve, Neon? Yeah, I had a pretty extended spitball session during the early part of this stream about how I felt about Doom Dark Ages. I might even edit it together for a nice easy video over on the channel, because I managed to get a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about straight. But ultimately I liked it, but streaming it was awful. Firstly, I was in a terrible mood to begin with, and secondly, things kept going wrong. So, things that were no fault of the actual game itself, rather the fact that I was daring to stream it. So I don't really blame the game, I mostly blame it for whatever they're using that doesn't work well with OBS. Anyway, I've completed Dark Ages. I still think it's a very good game. I have issues with certain parts of it, but wait, I didn't say what. I said but. Yeah, ultimately, I think it's a very good game. I do think that there's bits of it that could be better, and that certain elements have been pulled off elsewhere better. But I'm still in the process of basically, playing the shit out of it. And the fact that I still want to play the shit out of it after having completed a campaign run is a pretty good sign. I don't know why I'm using the rocket launcher. I really don't. Dark Ages has your favorite flow state of the three modern dooms. Yeah, when you get into a rhythm with that, it's tremendously enjoyable. What does piss me off on the regular, though, in combat is the projectiles that you just can't really do much about. The ones that, are launched from behind. You really got to have your head on a friggin' swivel to catch that stuff. So I'm glad there was that tweak where they reduced damage coming from behind. Because sometimes it just feels unfair. You weren't able to look for it, you were just occupied with whatever was in front. And you can't guard or block like everything at all times. In fact, the whole thing is if you keep the guard up too long, you will lose usage of your shield temporarily. Because it can only take so much punishment before it, I don't know, it has to recharge or something? I do find it funny that I've seen a few articles about how Dark Ages hasn't sold as much compared to Eternal, but I think they're kind of missing the whole Game Pass thing. It was like available standard release on Game Pass. What do they expect people to do? To pay the full whack price of the game, no matter what? If you've got access to Game Pass and you can get it for like the tenner? There's the RTX thing, I guess, but you know, they've been posting that they've had a record number of players for the game. So that's the figure that they've been leading with. They've had like, what 3 million plus players? I don't know, is that unique? I imagine it's unique players. But yeah, I don't think Game Pass was as big of a factor during the release of Doom Eternal as it is now. They were still trying to figure out what they were doing with Game Pass, in my estimation, when Eternal came out. But now that that's basically the only game in town for Microsoft now, that's it. And considering that they're screwing up so many other things, they've really got to get it right. Because all I'm saying is the day that Windows 10 support ends, I'm not getting Windows 11. That's going to be a real friggin' hard transition for me as well. Oh, on a slightly related subject, how many of you are buying Borderlands 4? Oh, man. It must suck being a fan of Borderlands. I mean, I got nothing against you if you like the games, right? I got nothing against you. If it's an enjoyable game for you and you get your kicks, I've heard it's a fun time to be had, even though almost everyone regards like everything outside of the gunplay as being cringe as all fuck. But having to deal with Randy goddamn Pitchford as the guy in charge of Gearbox must be such a friggin' head slapper. You know, your foreheads must be red raw from continuously face palming every time he decides to open his fucking yapper and say something mildly inflammatory that generally pisses everyone off. As I think Civi put it best, he's like, Randy, you did not have to step on all the rakes. Every time he decides to come back into the public eye, a timer starts running, like an hourglass, sand draining to the point where Randy inevitably fucks something up. And then he decides to do close magic. And then that's when you know we've hit the low point and everyone's fucking sick of him. And then he'll disappear for a while again. Or maybe do something vaguely incriminating like the USB stick. And, yeah. Fun times for all. Fun times for all. Mean. Free on Epic Game Store in 3, 2, 1. Oh, God. That's another can of worms, isn't it? Epic Game Store. I will freely admit I've snagged a few things myself on Epic Game Store. Though, it wasn't just because it was free a lot of the time. A lot of the time it was because it was the only place where I could get the goddamn game I was interested, like Satisfactory. Because I gotta make an appointment to play more of that goddamn game. It's now fully released and everyone agrees it's pretty freaking good. And I want to play more of it! I just never have the time. You love when people fall for that one, Gappy? What, the thing surrounded by shotgunners? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. That was me. I shot into that for some reason. Exithil Borderlands died fear after 2, and then it died even harder with the BS they wanted to do, where they wanted your info via the retroactive change to the EULA. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Satisfactory 1.1 drops next Tuesday. Really? Okay. Might be a good time to install it and dive back in then. It's a very good, like, laid-back game for me. Even though it's not as spiffy a PC. I got a PC plugged into my TV downstairs. If anything, I should be using this on the TV downstairs because it's a 4K TV. But, yeah, I'll spin up Satisfactory on that. Maybe do resolution scaling so I don't kill my GPU. Or something to that end. Harvest some goddamn resources! Can I just leave? I've said that a lot. Can I just leave? No. No, I cannot. I've always hated how dark Monster Condo is as well in certain parts. It's like... Is that an archvile? Ah! Oh, no, 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 no. I thought that was a teleport pad. That was not. That was not. It was just a red bit on the floor. Aha. I expected some shit to happen over there. I kind of instinctively flicked to where the Archviles, the Revenants, were going to emerge. I'm glad they went friggin' Archviles, Jesus. But there's still time. Oh, fuck. Ah! Gotta love it when there's multiple button switches to stop you from just piecing out from from a room like that. Yeah. Yeah. Mad Scientist, this is from Doom 2 Monster Condo. That's right, Mad Scientist. Well done. Them freaking faces. Again. Bunyan, thank you so much for the 1 month sub there. Much appreciated. Not sure if that went through, but thank you. Oh, there it is. I saw it on my feed. It hadn't gone through yet. Oh, it's 42 months, Bunyan. Sorry. I don't know why it said 1 month. It's 42 months. Do I play any TTRPGs? Not recently. Once upon a time. There's health just over there as well, isn't there? No. 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 No! That's how it's going. That's how it's going at the moment. That health is daunting me. It really is. I want to get a direct hit on that archvile. Once that archvile is out the way, I can focus on everything else. Titty RPGs, are they a thing? Oh yeah, yeah. Have you not had those pop-up adverts that you get every now and again? Hot single TTRPGs in your area. That's the great lie. There are no single TTRPGs in your area. It's the great lie. Okay. How am I doing this? 16 health, 87 cells. I mean, I could deal with these before I press the button. Nothing saying I can't do that. Again! Okay. Any health down here? No. Fine. Fine. HQ, currently laughing because your mum texted you and said Culver's makes her ill every time. We have it, and you just told a skill issue. You told your own mother skill issue. Wow. I'm not sure my mum would even know what that means. Get some health. I'd love to get some health. Oh, there's some. Thank you for the suggestion. Wow, it was that easy. You know, for a second there in my peripheral vision, I couldn't quite see how much health I had left, and I thought I just had 6. It's keeping me on the edge, it really is. Alright. So yeah, what I'm learning is the other way to get health is to pay attention and explore the map. Is that what I'm getting? Is that the gist of it? Don't be shit at the game. Duly noted. Gappy. Gonna have words. Serious words, man. I know I fell for it for the first time. I know I fell for it for the first time. But, you know. Fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Wait, no. Shame on you? You can't get fooled again, that's my point. Elite, you never took me for a free aimer in classic-ish Doom maps. Well, you've never watched a single fucking video, have you? Or live stream. What a game of tennis. You know, just for that, I'm gonna start jumping. Okay. Ah, they were that side. Okay. Yeah. Got all turned around. I'm just feeling it out, you know? I'm just feeling it out. Running out of time. This is what's getting me the most. I'm running out of time. And I'm feeling so aggravatingly close to the end of this. It's gonna suck that I'm gonna have to stop before I get to, like, the final map. What am I doing? I'm doing the same thing I always do in a situation where I have no idea how it's gonna play out and it confuses and scares me. I just shut down and I just try and run it. See how far I can get without firing my gun. I just pretend like all the monsters aren't there at all. And then hope that I can just cheese it by running past everything. It's the just leave philosophy. It's the you can just leave philosophy. Sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. But you'll never know until you try. It's also the I'm getting impatient for this level to finish, and I want to see if I can just fucking cheese it. That's the other element. I've got a very limited amount of patience. Some may call it undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know. Hence the undiagnosed. Why am I here? I don't want to be here. This is not a cry for help, by the way. This is... Fuck off. Do a 100% kill clear. My guy, I wanna get through maps, not luxuriate them. You know, if one of you would have said, you know what, it's fine if you skip the map full of fire blue, you know, we wouldn't be in this position right now. So it's definitely not my fault. Hope you're happy with yourselves. Come on. Woo! I'm just save scumming. Come on, man. Let me out! I'm about to say a very bad word, starting with C and ending in T. Come on. Why did that previous one kick me out to a chain gunner room? And then that one didn't. Does it depend on what direction you get on the pad? And this fucking thing isn't up. I can't remember where the actual other thing is. Already been through that. God, I'm confused. Have I not been through enough? Have I not been through enough? This is gonna be my last map of the day. God damn it. I forgot to hit that button. I was too confused about the fucking environment. Wait, no, didn't I come out? Oh. God, I hate Monster Condo so much. In any form. In any form. There we go. Finally! Thanks, Gappy. My blood pressure is noticeably higher than it was before. What? Nah, I'm out. I gotta go. I gotta go. I literally gotta go. I gotta go pick up my kids. So. Sorry, I wasn't joking. I gotta go. I gotta go. I literally do not have time. It's not that I'm tired. I gotta actually physically leave the house. I gotta go pick up my kids. Anyway. In terms of mop-up, I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning. It might be a weird time zone thing, but I'll try. I'd like to finish it. I might do like a cheeky morning stream tomorrow. So it's gonna be early. I don't know if any of you are gonna be awake to see it, but you know, feel free to watch the VOD. But thank you for turning up. Thank you for being here. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the super chats. Much appreciated. Until next time, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.